What is the 40% rule? It's a concept borrowed from Navy SEALs, men who've pushed limits far beyond what most of us will ever experience. They'll tell you that when you feel done, you're only at 40%, that when you're ready to throw in the towel, you've still got 60% left in the tank. It's incredible to realize just how much untapped potential there truly is. But here's the catch. Our brains are wired to keep us comfortable. It's why most people stay in their comfort zones, never pushing past what is good enough. So how far are you willing to go? If you're tired of the good enough, here's how to use the rule. But watch out for a major mistake people make. I'll cover that later in the video. The first barrier you'll face will be discomfort. It's the unpleasant threshold that separates boys from men. It's that extra rep at the gym, that late night grinding away at work. The specifics don't matter. What matters is that it's hard, and you'll have to push through. And no, it doesn't come with fanfare or a round of applause. Gritty, exhausting, and it'll have you questioning your sanity. But here's the truth. Real growth doesn't care about looking glamorous. It happens in those small, brutal moments when you push just a bit further and no one's watching. But even with the strongest determination, you might stumble. Ultimately, it's up to you to decide whether you'll get back up and rise. So next time you're at the gym, ready to tap out, remind yourself that you're probably only at 40%. Add another rep, working on something hard. Push for one more hour. But here's the thing. Your mind will serve up every excuse it can muster. It's too hard. Maybe tomorrow. Every time you override those excuses, you're building resilience that, frankly, most men will never have. You're pushing beyond what's comfortable, which is code for stuck. You're adapting to what you're actually capable of. But how far can you actually go? Here's where people get it wrong. The 40% rule isn't about throwing yourself into maximum effort every single second until you collapse. Some people hear you're only at 40% and think it means cranking up the intensity to 1000% non-stop, as if burning out proves dedication. It doesn't. This rule is about pushing past mental barriers, not running yourself into the ground. The truth, overdoing it is just as much a cop-out as not trying at all. You go too hard, too fast, and you'll end up exhausted and frustrated, all while patting yourself on the back for giving it everything. Real strength lies in knowing when to hold back so you can keep moving forward. This is about learning to manage your potential over the long run, breaking through your limits with purpose, not just brute force. So remember, pushing past 40% isn't a sprint. It's a commitment to build resilience without sacrificing yourself in the process. Do not confuse true discipline with mindless overexertion. The goal is lasting strength, not a burnout story. Eventually, you'll hit a wall and start wondering why you're doing this while everyone else stays comfortable. This is the breaking point, where you either keep going or join the ranks of the good enough. But if you push past it, you're no longer the guy who bails when things get tough. You're the guy that goes beyond. And let's face it, most men quit long before they ever get here. After this point, you'll no longer be the same person. There is no return. You don't just go back to life as it was. You'll see obstacles and discomfort as a tool, not an excuse. The 40% rule, it's shown you that you're capable of so much more than you thought. And here's the best part. This power doesn't just fade, it's yours for life. You will now bring this mindset into every new challenge. The reward here isn't just success. It's strength, resilience, and self-respect that you can't fake. In the end, the only limits that really matter are the ones you're willing to shatter. And sometimes to break through those limits, you need to embrace something most people avoid: solitude. Rise, brother.